Hello everybody. I'm glad you guys could join me today. I was over here at this old barn, which I'm over here again. My last video is over here. And I got a lot of requests. People's wanting a tour of the barn. And so I'm going to try and give you a tour of this the best I can. The lighting's not real good in here, and I didn't bring a light. I should have brought a light. But we'll see what we can do. As you can see, here's the alleyway of the barn. See these nice boards? Rough cut lumber. 1x6s, rough cut. Really nice lumber in here. This here is the stairways, the steps going up into the top part of the barn, which I'll try and get up there and show you guys a shot of that. Right here we have these 3x12s and floor joists for that. That's for the granary part that's up above. So those might be actually 3x14s. They look kind of wide, but they're at least 3x12s, maybe 3x14s. But anyhow, a lot of good lumber there on all these floor joists of the upstairs. The farmers that ran this place before, they had cows that got the sliding doors slid open and got out one day, so they blocked that off. They bought these boards from the local lumber yard and put them up. So as you can see, they'll be easy to take down. The nail heads are sticking out. So I'll be able to pull them out easy enough and take these boards off. Here's one side of the crib. There's part of an old stock rack come off of a truck. I might save that and put it on a trailer or something, use it for side rails of a trailer. Right here's the studs for the crib part. Those are 3x6s. Up above, those are about 12 foot, approximately 12 foot 2x6s up there. Then you have all them 1x's, and that's for the granary part. That was like grain bins, which I'll take you up there and show you. There's doors that you lift up, and then there's the steps going down, but they're just like big square boxes or hoppers that they put grain in, like oats or corn or beans or whatever. 2x6 rafters. Like I said, now there's more 3x6 studs over here. These are 10 footers, I think. 10 footers, and these are 8 footers. A lot of good lumber in here. You got all these these 1x12s, these cross members here. They're nice and long. Rough cut lumber. Here's the other side. Of course, it's identical to the other side. Got all the nice 1x6s in the roof. Once you take the wooden shingles off, and you have the 2x6 rough cut studs, or rafters rather. And they're about 12, 14 footers. I think there might be close to 14 footers up there. A lot of great lumber in this barn. It's gonna be a job taking it down, but be well worth it. I'll show you this siding. These are the 1x's on the outside, and as you can tell, they have this beveled edge. They're all beveled, and these undersides beveled too. So if you actually slid these two boards together, those bevels would meet up and you make one solid board. Just twice as wide. A lot of people have asked me what I plan on doing with the lumber. High demand for this stuff. A lot of people put it on their basement walls and such, kind of make a rustic look. What I plan on doing with these 1x's here, these here, I'm wanting to build a tiny house. I built one for a friend. If you watch back my further back videos, older videos, I built one for a guy that's living in a camper. But anyhow, what I plan on doing, I have a camper frame, a 34-foot gooseneck camper frame. Just the flat part, the floor part of it is 34 foot, not counting the gooseneck. Well, I plan on building a tiny house on that, which I use a lot of this lumber. And this lumber here, I plan on doing the floor with it. Slide them together, strip that paint off, give it a light sand just to get this paint off. Maybe run it through my brother's drum sander to sand that surface. Slide it together so it kind of looks like a rustic cabin floor. Put a clear urethane over the top of it to seal it a little bit. And just have a rustic cabin floor look to my tiny house. I want to show you a tool real quick before I go upstairs. This is made by Crescent. It's called a bull bar. And what it is, it's to pry these boards. See how it's starting to pull that? I can use this nail puller as a nail puller. Let me get this flipped around. Nail puller right there. I'll be able to hook the head of that nail, pull it right out without cracking these boards. For every board you crack, that's money lost out of your pocket. Like I said, people are wanting to get a hold of this type of lumber for different projects. They like the rustic look, that rough cut lumber and such. Sorry about the camera moving around. This tool does have adjustable head where you can tip it different angles. This has a button here you push, and you can tip it. Kind of hard to do one-handed there. But as you can see, I pried that away and was able to pull that nail up. I can hook the bottom here. Same thing. There, the nail sticking out, and I can use this nail puller and hook it. Or I can take another nail puller or pry bar that I have and just pull that out. I can go along and loosen each one of those up and get the nails pulled out. Well, I'm gonna climb these stairs. I'm gonna shut the camera off, climb these stairs so I don't have to worry about trying to scare you going up these steps, and I'll show you upstairs. Okay, as you can see, there's the stairways that I just climbed up. Here's the rafters going clear down. That's over the crib area. Get you a shot of that. It's quite the ways down. That's the part I shown you earlier. As you can see, there's the stock rack right down there. A lot of good lumber in this. You got all these 1x's here on this going across this way, plus all these 2x6 studs, or not studs, 2x6 rafters rather. Here's the studs for the grain box right here. And I'll get up here and I'll show you these storage compartments for the grain. As you can see, there's hinges all along there. Those doors pull up. So you got all these 1x here. As you can see, a lot of coon crap up here. You have all these 1x6s on the ceiling. Right here's the cupola part. This is that raised section in the middle of the barn. And then there's the lower part right here. There's a door where I assume they'd run an auger up in here to fill these compartments. You see these hinges there and over there, and there's a handle right over there. Well, I'm gonna lift this up. There's the big old door. There's steps going down. That's the big granary pit, basically. That's one of those holes to shoot down below where I told you they had a slide gate. You just slide it open and the grain would flow out of that. And then right over there, there's a little square hole, and that's that chute going down in the wall where you could fill up a bucket. I talked about it yesterday. That's a hole right over there. Like I said, there's a lot of, these are shorter studs. There's 2 sets of them. They're probably 6 feet, 5 or 6 feet tall. You got all them 1x's in the wall. See, they got steel rods going through and bolting them, holding them up, holding the pressure of the grain. Sorry about that noise. See if I can get this other side. Here's the other side. Steps. Same thing. A lot of good lumber. See, there's a door here that lifts up where you can widen it. It looks like there's 6 of these. 6 of these compartments. There's a raccoon. Look at that raccoon there. See it? Right down there's a raccoon. Couple of them. The old mother coon probably, and there's some babies down there, I think. In that little square hole. If I had my flashlight, you could shine it right on it. But that coon's over there by those steps. There's steps over on that wall. It's right at the base of it, but you can't see it. It's starting to come up them steps. Hi! There it goes. Okay, I'm gonna get down. It ran down in that section of wall over there. That raccoon did. Okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off and try and get down these steps. Okay, everybody, I made it down the steps fine. Made me a little nervous that coon come out of that hole by the edge of that lid. It had a hole gnawed out where they could get in and out, and that coon come out of that hole, come up those steps, but she ran over in the back edge of the wall down between the studs or something. But anyhow, it kind of made me nervous. I don't like those wild animals when you don't have a gun to protect yourself if they come towards you. Made me a little nervous, if you couldn't tell. Anyhow, I'll just give you a shot of the south side of this building. My plan is to get up in that loft again and take that cupola down. And then get out on the roof. Once I get that down, be able to climb out on this roof and start removing shingles. Remove shingles where I can go down and start getting the 1-bys loose from the rafters. Once I get all them 1-bys ripped loose, then I'll start, of course, take the rafters down and take these end walls down with lap siding on this end and this end of the barn here. Take all that lap siding off that upper part. If I get this upstairs done, that's the hard part. There'll be nothing for taking these lower walls, these 1-bys off these lower walls and taking the studs down. It's just the top part and all them compartments, them grain hoppers, as I call them, where that raccoon was at. Of course, I'll have to chase them out of there, but that's going to be the hardest part of this tear down, is getting that roof and stuff off. Once I get that part off, then the rest will be a piece of cake. Well, enough of this. There's your barn tour. A few of you was wanting to see a barn tour, so there you go. And as I checked my email again, the guy hasn't sent me the permit, the salvage permit to take the metal and take the lumber, take the wood, tear the barn down. So kind of waiting on that. I don't want to get started and not have it in hand. So I'm waiting on that. Once I get that, I'll start ripping, I guess. I may come over and just start tearing the fence out. I don't think anybody say anything or worry about it. People be calling Des Moines, the headquarters, and asking about the barn if they see me ripping that. Probably other people wishing they were able to rip it down, and they'd be calling Des Moines, and then they'd have to be getting hold of the guy that's supposed to be sending me the permit and cause a big hassle. So gonna try and hold off, wait on that permit. So, well, thanks for joining me, guys, and like I said, I'll keep you updated as I go on this project, and see y'all in the next one. Don't forget, I love you. Bye.